Now, you were talking the other day about some of the gangsters in Mount Vernon.
Right.
What was that? What was some of the stories? What can you recall about those times?
Well, they used to come in to eat there, that's all. And I used to wait on them. See? And they used to serve them the food, this and that, every night whenever they came in. And that was it. Well, I didn't talk to them anything personal or, you know, about what they were doing.
How did you know they were gangsters?
Well, I assumed they were because they used to come in every night, and I knew the guys every night I was sitting there. They were involved in some kind of a racket, and that's why I figured they were, you know.
If you knew any of their names.
Did you know any of their names?
The names? No, I didn't know the names. The first name, Billy, and Ralph, and so was the Polish guy. Oh, I can't remember the name now.
What years?
Yeah, what years were these?
What?
What years? What do you remember? When this happened? How long ago?
Well, this happened back in the late 30s.
Late 30s.
Late 30s, early 40s.
And what kind of rackets were being run around here at that time?
Well, the horse players, numbers, and I don't know what else they played. Poker games, I guess.
Did you ever see them exchange money with anybody other than just to pay for their food?
Yeah, they used to come in to eat.
Yeah.
You know, to have the food at night. And that's it. But I didn't know what they did on the outside.
What time did they come in?
What time?
Oh, well, yeah. What did they come in for lunch or for dinner or?
No, they used to come 10, 11 o'clock at night. Come in there for the food, puddings or sandwich or coffee, and they used to sit at the table there.
And what kind of restaurant was this? Was this a diner or?
No, it was a regular restaurant where they served food. It was my uncle's place.
What was it called?
At night.
What was it called?
Yeah.
What was the name of it?
Stanley's Restaurant.
Yeah.
Stanley's Restaurant?
Stanley's Restaurant, yeah.
Ah. Sort of runs on the family, huh?
Well, I was the nephew.
How old are you now?
97.
And when did you start working for the railroad?
For the railroad? 1943.
And how long did you work for the railroad?
36 years. Yeah.
And what did you do? What was your job?
A brakeman at first, then I took a promotion to assistant conductor.
And what were the trains like?
Oh, the trains were old-fashioned trains. The windows open up, pull the shades down. We called them the old iron horse. The first cars that I worked on.
And what were the people like? What were the passengers like?
People were very nice. All real classy people. Very good. All, you know, gentlemen and ladies, all dressed up, clean looking, respectable.
And did you have club cars? Did you have dining cars?
No, we had dining cars on Fridays. Friday nights we used to go to North Adams. I didn't go because you had to be qualified to go to Chatham to North Adams. That was a different line. So all I went as far as Chatham, and then I returned on the way back.
Chatham. Where's Chatham?
New York. It's about 150 miles up the Harlem Division.
North Adams is Mass.
Oh, okay. North Adams. Up in that area.
North Adams, Massachusetts.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think they went to ski there.
Pittsfield they used to go, Adams, and North Adams. And then they'd come back on Monday or Sunday night. No, I think it was Sunday night. That's when it came back. Late at night. 6, 7 o'clock.
Did you like working for the railroad?
Oh, yes.
What was it about it that you liked?
Well, there was nobody annoying you, nobody on your back. Everybody was do what you had to do, and that was it. Mind your own business, and you were not in any trouble or anything like that.
That's when we used to bring the card games.
Oh,
We had
yeah.
card games.
Yeah, you can ask them. That's good.
Pop, remember when you used to bring the cardboards and they would play cards on the train?
Oh, they used to have the cardboards. There's commuters on the local division. They used to give them the cardboards and the cards, and they'd play cards, and they all put up 10 cents a deck, 10 cents a man. So I used to have about 10, 11 games on it. Some nights,
What would you get paid for the game? What would you get for it?
40 cents.
For the giving them the cardboard and you
Yeah.
gave them the cards, right?
Yeah, you have 8 or 9, maybe 10 games some nights, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, the people start to complain about the boards. You know, they're taking up the room. But there was 4 fellows playing, so they didn't take up any room.
And then you had the bar cars, remember?
Bar cars, well, we didn't have the bar cars on Harlem. Only on Friday.
Friday.
Friday, and the train I used to go to Chatham,
Okay.
Friday night.
And they went there to ski, right?
Huh?
That was the ski train, wasn't it?
Friday, well, in
Just
the
the-
winter they used to go up skiing.
And tell them about the famous people you met, Joe Garagiola.
Joe Garagiola, Bill Mavid, Ford Frick, Johnny Murphy, and the raincoat guy with the what was this?
Kearns, was he a movie actor?
movie
Kearns?
actor.
Yeah, he was
You
a
look
third
like, you know, a
movie
short
actor.
guy. I can't think of his name. And I met one of the all announcers from NBC. And who else did I meet?
Jack Parr, wasn't it Jack Parr?
Jack Parr, yeah.
Lived in Bronxville.
He lived here in Bronxville. I met him. And the Irishman. What was the Irishman?
Oh yeah,
O'Rourke.
the guy that played with Jackie Gleason.
Oh, Art Carney?
Art Carney
Art Carney.
lived in Crestwood.
He lived right here in Crestwood. He used to go to the bank. Yeah.
Now, I understand you went to Babe Ruth's funeral?
what?
Did you go to Babe Ruth's funeral?
Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth?
Yes, yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I read it in the paper. I used to go to the ball games, you know. They used to come up to us and say hello to us in the Yankee Stadium. And when he died, I figured we'd better go. So I took the kids with us. And they went up Central Avenue all the way to Gate of Heaven Cemetery. And we followed them up.
And he's buried at
Gate of Heaven.
Gate of Heaven in Valhalla.
Valhalla, yeah.
New York.
Now, what was the funeral like?
Well, it was pretty big. You know, there's a lot of cars there and everything else. A lot of people went up. But I don't remember. I didn't go right to the grave. You know, we drove up and behind them like that, you know, up to the cemetery. After that, it was all, I guess, private. Yeah.
Now, I understand that now right here in Tuckahoe, I understand that Greta Garbo may have lived around here. Do you know that?
Greta Garbo? No, I don't remember Greta Garbo.
Now that's on the other side of the tracks.
Oh, okay.
We don't talk
Yeah.
to people on the other side of the tracks.
No, the Giants baseball announcer,
Oh yeah, Hodges. Right?
Hodges,
Yeah, he
Russ
lived
Hodges
right
lived
here.
up the road here.
Leewood.
He lived here, and I used to see years back when Frankie Frisch used to come down to the train. He used to go to New York to the polo grounds.
Danny, tell him about the train to Chicago. What you saw in Grand Central. The trains that went to Chicago.
Oh, this church is, what was this, red carpet?
Yeah, the 20th century,
Oh,
right?
20th century, yeah.
And what was that like when the train was leaving Grand Central?
Well, it was exciting. But I mean, wasn't there every night, but you know, some nights when I was working like on the extra, I go over there and take a look. They used to have the red carpet and the car in the back, and the people used to sit there and take off at 6 o'clock at night. And
What was it, with 24 hours, right, to Chicago?
yeah, 24 hours. They used to get there 9 o'clock or something like that. It's 8 o'clock
That was the way to travel back then. They had the observation car in the back.
in the back. They had a dining car and a club car and the sleepers. That's what it was, most of the sleeping cars.
Well, let me switch gears. Now, when did you meet your wife? Where and when did you meet your wife?
Where I meet her, I met my wife. I don't know what year that was. Let's see, I got married in 40.
Probably 38.
38, 39 on Yonkers Avenue in Yonkers.
In Yonkers?
In Yonkers.
What were you doing? What were you?
I was driving in the car. Picked him up as a date.
How did you meet her, though?
That's how I met her.
He stopped the car.
Her and her girlfriend. They were walking there. We picked them up.
You must have been quite the guy.
Yeah, I was. That's why I get shot down. Yeah.
So where did you go?
Well, at first we didn't go anywhere. But after that, we used to go Friday nights. I used to be off. We used to go to the Polish home in Yonkers. And with our friends, Riley's, go there, have kibasi and stuff like that. And then we go bumming around Friday night.
Tell
We
them
were still
about,
single. We had no families.
tell them about Uncle Joe and Aunt Emily. You guys he used to get into the fights at the bars and go out the back window.
Your brother-in-law,
Oh,
Joe.
yeah.
Uncle Joe, the
Yeah,
Orange Blossom in Mount Vernon.
a bar.
Bar. They used to jump out. Every time Uncle Joe went any place, it would be a big fight. he'd pick on everybody, even on our my birthday party, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, he
I
was
had-
getting drunk
I
on your
asked
80th
his son-in-law,
birthday.
Roger, I says, Roger, take care of him because, you know, I don't want no trouble at the party here tonight in the Polish Center. So Roger had us watch him because he'd get crazy, you know, after a few drinks he'd go nuts.
Did you ever go into New York City for nightlife?
Did I what?
Ever go into New York City for nightlife? To go to clubs or movies or anything?
Yeah, well, we went to the movies. We seen, what's that,
Roxy, you saw the
when I
Roxy.
used to go see the baseball stars, used to come to the Roxy. That year we seen the St. Louis Cardinals, Dizzy Dean, Daffy Dean. They came, you know, they're on the
And what was the Roxy?
Movie
big
theater.
movie house.
By the-
Radio City Hall, Roxy.
By the-
Right there where the Radio City is now.
And
The Roxy was there.
and that's where the baseball players would go to see movies?
Yeah, they come a stage appearance in the Capitol Theater. They had them, and what was the French Englishman we seen that day? Who took Uncle Stanley?
You mean a movie actor?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, I can't remember. Oh, not Marie Chevalier.
Chevalier.
David Niven.
No,
I don't
no.
remember English guy.
Well, we remember we used to go to the church by Grand Central on Lexington Avenue
Oh.
Sunday morning, and Stan Musial and the St. Louis Cardinals would go there for church.
All place would be there.
We go there and watch
Sunday
them go to
morning, it's only
church.
a couple of
Wow.
blocks from
Pray
the
for a
station.
hit.
I
Wow.
used to stay at the Commodore.
Wow.
And,
And then tell them about when you used to take the boys for haircuts.
oh, and I used to Saturday mornings, I used to take them for the haircut. Take them over to 3rd Avenue. The barber shops were down in the cellar. The haircut was 25 cents. And then after that, we went to Neating's for hot dogs. And then brought it back home.
Well, we go to Automat.
Automat.
Automat,
Yeah.
yeah, hard Automat. Bickford's. We went. Automat was good. You used to put the money in the machine, you know, and open up the
Open the door.
The window.
The
The
window,
door.
and you take your food out.
Right.
Yeah. And spaghetti, we used to go at night. When I worked nights, we used to go on 3rd Avenue. 25 cents for a dish of spaghetti with the engineers. And then we used to go to McSorley's till the bosses got wise to us. Then we went, we went to the bars on 3rd Avenue, and then we went to McSorley's to get out of the way, you know.
What's McSorley's?
It's one of the oldest drinking bars
Big
in
Irish
Manhattan.
bar.
It's very well known. And Daddy, they would go down there so the railroad bosses didn't know they were drinking.
Yeah, you know, they come spotting on us. Because half of the time the railroad guys were all, you know, heavy on the juice.
Did you ever go to the Apollo Theater?
No,
No.
no, I never went. I went to the Capitol, I went to the Strand, I went to the, what was the one by, where the Marriott is? Frank Sinatra.
Oh, on Broadway.
Broadway, 10 o'clock in the morning, they have the first stage shows. Frank Sinatra would be the first guy there.
Wow. Jeez.
Wow.
Well, it was an early day.